y vas a cortar todo el lomo. Es tu base de operaciones.
Me tenté.
No me lo probé todavía. Peña, que queda en Italia. Frasquitos, así las limpias bien a fondo.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys. Like you all know, I always go, and look for new content to share with you guys. And I recently came across this very interesting Argentinian movie, and I was like, why not go ahead and go look at it and see what it has to give. And to be honest, let me tell you, I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy the chemistry that Linda and Luisa have, during the film. And yes, the film is actually new. It was released late 2024. In my case, if you ask me, that is actually brand new. And yes, the topic is good, the content is good, the quality is good, the chemistry between the two ladies is amazing. So before we get into further details and discuss everything that goes on, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get right into it, because let me tell you, me personally, I would definitely rate this movie a strong 8 out of a 10. So let's start off with the movie's name. The movie is actually called Linda, yes, and it actually follows Linda. So basically, it follows a captivating young woman of a great beauty begins to work as a maid in an upper class house in the northern area of Argentina. She is not a maid, but she is doing a favor for her cousin Lorena, who actually, is sick and got, her leg broken. So she is covering for her cousin, because her cousin is actually the maid that works in Luisa's house. Linda, in this case, has everybody, attention, because she's just very charismatic. She's very cute. She's very beautiful. She's very quiet, and she's also very mysterious at the same time. So it is kind of giving off the vibe that she's flirting around with everybody, or kind of creating a like this chemistry bond with everybody. But that's not actually what happens. That's actually just her charisma and how she comes off as. So basically, Linda, she has a daughter while she is covering, for her friend, to be a maid in this case. She has a daughter, and her daughter doesn't live with her. She actually lives with a cousin in another city. So in this case, you can see that Linda has, a lot of time to be there and to work. So when she got introduced to Luisa, Luisa in this case is the owner of the house, she's the housewife. So you can see that Luisa was also very kind to Linda, always treating her well, always making her know like, hey, despite you being a maid and you're working for me, I still want you to feel good, to feel comfortable, always going, checking up on her, making sure that she's okay, that, also, making sure that the house duties is taken well care of. So you can see that they actually have a very cute bond. And later on, as the movie develops, you can see that Linda, she actually starts to, get this kind of situation with her, in this case, Luisa's husband, but it was nothing like romantic. It was just, like I said, her personality and how she comes off. And there was a situation with Luisa's daughter as well, that I feel like Luisa's daughter was feeling like, in this case, Linda was also flirting with her, but that wasn't the case as well. I feel like she was just very caring towards Luisa's daughter, because she feels like Luisa's daughter is a kind of a loner, and she lacks attention, and so was just being very kind towards her. And there's also, in this case, Luisa's son, who's also like an outsider. So in this case, Linda was also just trying to be nice to him as well. And he obviously also thought that she was kind of being flirtatious, but she wasn't. Like I said, once again, it's just how she comes off as. The only person that really caught her attention, in this case, Linda's attention, was actually Luisa. In this case, the housewife, she was the one that really caught Linda's attention. And you can see how Linda looks at her every time Luisa speaks to her about something regarding the house. You can just see like the approach she was giving, and how nervous Luisa was, getting, because she also didn't want to overstep, she also didn't want to misread the signs. But I feel like Linda, she had made the signs very clear that since the beginning she actually wanted, in this case, Luisa. But of course, Luisa is married, and she looks like, even though they don't have a happy family, they do have a household. They are, a family. They have their ups, their downs, and of course, that's all part of life. So later on, during, in this case, Luisa's birthday party, this is where things actually go from left to right. So basically, in this case, Luisa, she asked, Linda to come join her upstairs, because she's trying to figure out a dress to wear for her birthday. And later on, during that same exact moment, Luisa actually ends up giving, Linda, in this case, the address that she can wear for Luisa's birthday, because she's going to be working at the birthday, so they want everybody to look presentable. So after that, just during that moment that they were figuring out the dress for Linda to wear, Linda just grabbed Louisa and kissed her, and they start making out, and it just was so intense. And then later on, of course, Louisa, she stopped it, and basically they just parted ways, but they kept it cool, like nothing has happened. So the day of the birthday, this where everything just starts to heat up between them, because at this point you can see that there's definitely a chemistry going on, that they wanted more, they wanted more, they wanted more. But of course, they still have to keep it cute, because in this case, Linda is Louisa's employee. Louisa is married, even though Linda is single, I feel like throughout the movie you can see that she's single, and she kind of just lives in her own world. So later on you can basically see that during the party they were just talking and just being a little bit flirtatious to one another. So there came a moment that, in this case, Louisa's son, he actually had a video that he made for his mother's birthday. So we went and he put it on the TV. So while he was putting it on the TV, in this case, Louisa's husband actually ends up stepping in, and he saw on the cameras, that they have around the house, that in this case, Linda and Louisa, they were actually making out, in a room, in a private room. And of course, there's where, Louisa's husband actually ends up finding out about the affair. He was totally, totally heartbroken, because he didn't expect that to happen, especially on her birthday, night. And not only that, especially like him physically seeing, like there's no way that she can even deny it. So later on, as the party finished the next day, in this case, Louisa's husband actually went up to Linda and told her that her services will not be longer needed, and whatever, needs to be paid out to her, he will make sure that she gets everything, and that's from the next day on she will not longer need to go and to work there. And of course, Linda asked, what about Lorena, can she still come back to her job? And she was like, yeah, once Lorena is okay to come back, she can come back, but you just don't come back anymore. If she wants someone to replace her, she can find someone else, but not you. And in this case, that's where I figured out that, I feel like at that point Linda already knew why she was getting fired. And also you can see that later on he actually went to Louisa, in this case his wife, and gave her a birthday gift, which was a cat. And at that moment, he also told, in this case, Louisa, that Linda will not be coming back anymore, and that she got fired, but Lorena will still keep her job. So there's a moment when she realized that she can't even contradict her husband, because, she felt that she knew that, she knows the reason why she got fired. So they end up just dealing with it. Of course, Linda ends up leaving. In this case, Louisa, she ends up, keeping her life. So it was just a cute affair that was getting to the point to be like very, very more intense, but her husband found out about it. Yes, guys, you can actually go ahead and go watch this movie on Disney Plus. And once again, it is called Linda. Yes, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Once again, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I've also activated the super stickers to the channel, just in case any of you would like to make a small donation. Until the next video, and good.